Hi, it's TJ Johnson, Vehicle Acquisition Manager. Today's market conditions are just crazy in terms of the values of used cars. It's August. Traditionally, we have a lot more new cars for sale. We don't have them now. We need used cars. We need trades. A lot of times people want to sell their car outright thinking they can get more for it. That's not really true. The market conditions are so strong now that you will be surprised at what your car is worth. So I just wanted to go over just a few little steps on what it takes to sell your car to Smart Motors, give you some information ahead of time. It's a seamless, transparent process, and we've had a lot of success doing it recently, and I think this will help you out. We start by going out to your car and getting some information, and this is really simple. We have an evaluation tool on our phone, and what it does, it scans the VIN number on your car and it brings your car up. So what I do next is just want to walk through the steps. I go inside, I take a look at the miles on the vehicle, put that in there, and I go back, and now I'm going to start taking some pictures of it, and it's probably 8 or 10 pictures. The ones that we take are the odometer, again, the miles on it. We'll take the car, and we'll just take some interior pictures too. This has a radio that works. I'm glad they had it on, so that way it was easy. I can take a look at it here, and I'll be taking a picture of it, of what the dash looks like. I'm gonna take a look at the interior on it. I'm gonna check some of the options on it. Open the back door, take a look at the interior in the car. This vehicle has a sunroof. I think that's important to know. It does have a sunroof. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk around the car, take some exterior shots first. Really important too, on cars, wheels. This is a Toyota. We like to certify a lot of our Toyotas, and when we certify them, they have to have wheels that are what we call rash-free, curb rash. Is in pretty good shape. It does a little bit here. So I'm taking a look at the wheels. I'll take a look at the tires in a little bit. I'll take a look at the front end of it. I want to check now and then. This car has a little rip down here in it, but sometimes darn curbs are really high, and we have a tendency to hit the front spoiler on the car. I'm also going to take a look at the windshield, checking for cracks and so on. Nowadays with the safety features, it used to be windshields were $200 to $300. Now they could be upwards of $1,000. The other thing we want to look for is the critical area from the wiper sweep. We want to make sure small little stone chips are acceptable in it, but if the chips are too large, no one wants to spend $25,000 on a car and have a stone chip there. I'm going to take a look at the mirrors. I'm going to open the trunk on the car too. This one has it right here. Take a look. Much better than I am. This has some typical scrapes on the rear bumper. You're going to see him probably from getting those golf clubs in and out of his car. Also going to take a look at the tail lamp. This one does have a cracked tail lamp, which I think is really important to note, and that's something that obviously would have to be replaced through the state of Wisconsin. A couple other things I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the side view. Here I want to check for door dings, and this car has a nasty door ding right here. It also has a door ding here. We use a process called PDR, paintless dent removal, or SPR, spot paint repair. We can do that on the vehicle. It's a lot less expensive than having to paint the whole panels. So that's kind of it as far as what we do initially. The next step is for me to get in and drive the car. Okay, this is the driving part. I'm going to explain to you kind of what we're doing. The first thing I do here is when I shift from park to drive and to reverse, I'm going to check for bumps, rough shifts, hard shifts. This car is fine, so that's good to know. I'm going to check this has a sunroof, and sunroof works good, which is good to know too. So this car, I'm gonna make sure the radio works. I like your choice of station. That's pretty good. That's mine too. The air conditioner, it's a hot day. It's about 95 degrees out, so let's make sure. And it does blow cold. That's one of the things we definitely want to check. I'm gonna check the power windows. I'm doing now. Make sure they all work. Up and down, that's important. That's done. Turn signals. We assume those work, and these ones do too, so glad to hear that, glad to see that. I'm going to accelerate now. And then what I'm looking for is a shift between first and second gear. Is it smooth? Does it extend? Does it whine? Does it slam? This car does not do any of that. I get a chance here too, I can check the cruise control. Usually you don't set your cruise control at 27, but just to check it, it does work. It does accelerate. That's good to know. I know brakes are something that we can check too. So I accelerate a little bit, put the brakes on, and I'm looking for if the car shakes. It doesn't shake at all, which is good to know, and I got great pedal travel. Car, take my wheels off. I don't recommend doing this at home. I'm a professional. And make sure that it does stay straight, the steering wheel. Pulling in a little lot that we have here now, I'm looking for, when I went up and down that driveway, I want to see if the front end makes any noise or rip bumps or anything like that. Depending on the age of the car, the older ones, sometimes they might need shocks or struts, or they have these bushings that wear out. Here's a good test right here. If a car has any problem, if this car had any problem, you would definitely hear that. Taking a hard left turn here, I'm listening for any power steering noises at all to indicate that that may have an issue on it. But this car looks pretty darn good. Again, this is just kind of a you know, feel of the pants type deal, just to see how things work on it. Overall, car looks pretty darn good. So it's just that simple. Our goal is to have you in and out in less than an hour. Simple, transparent, seamless. Give us a try.